Booyah! We're back, everybody. Welcome back to another Tuesday night chat with the Muskrat and Mr. Creole Catfishing. What's up, Cajun brother?
Oh, as usual, you can see, here in the remote studio from lovely Helena, Arkansas. That's been the theme for the past few weeks. But very excited about the subject matter for tonight's show. I know it's something that's near and dear to my heart. Talking about our veterans, I know it's the same for you, and I know it's the same for this guy down here below me.
Absolutely. So first of all, we'll circle back and say some hellos in chat. But welcome, Rich.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Taking some time out to hang out with us here tonight. As most of our viewers have heard and seen, I was super excited to join you guys, Operations Vets with Nets. I'm looking forward for my opportunity to do what I can do for the community and take our veterans out and enjoy fishing. Jeremy has a huge family history of military service. I'll let him talk about that here in just a few. But tonight we're joined by Rich, who is the founder of Operation Vets with Nets. And we'll give him some time to talk about who he is, where he's from, what this organization is all about, and how it got started. But before we do that, we're going to do our best to say hello to some folks and make sure you guys feel welcome. And so scroll back up here real quick and take a look and see who's all tuned in tonight. We got 1 minute into the show. We got 31 folks tuned in already. So awesome. Thank you guys so much for popping in. Awesome. Tommy Long says he's going to be out fishing and listening tonight. So way to go there. He added Go Navy there for you, Rich.
I see that.
Yep. We got Melissa in the chat as well. Mike Sampson's in the house. Kevin Walters, channel member. Also got a big tournament coming up next weekend. Monster Catfishing Challenge. So we had him on a few weeks ago. So excited to be in that tournament next week. 922 Crappie Barbecue. Matt with Wanna Be Outdoors. Welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. Mr. Terry Stanfield's in the house. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. Appreciate you. We got Ed Jenkins saying hello, Rich. Dale Hayslip, Small Water Charters. There's Miss Becca. Becca's been doing a lot of work behind the scenes to help not only myself, but the organization out as well. So appreciate her. Rod Knockers is in the house, and that's Catfishing. What's going on? We got a Facebook user. I don't have my Facebook open yet. Let me go over and open that up here in just a minute. But we got River Cats Tackle also tuning in. They've been tuning in every single week and helping support us. So thank you guys so much for that. Nubby's Catfishing there as well. Dave Funk's in the house. Dave put a 71-pound flathead on. He's
a monster.
He's been on a roll with some big fish this year. So congratulations, Dave. And I tell you, it's not luck. That dude puts big fish on the bank because he knows what he's doing, or in the boat. So congratulations, Dave. That was a heck of a fish. Mr. Harold Bolton.
I see we got some of our teammates on there, like Derek and Donna. Yeah.
Good deal.
Cool. Yeah. Jared.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to holler and shout them out and say hello. And thanks to anybody that pops in. I'm so slow. We're up to 46 people now. So Eric's out fishing. What's going on? David Smith, Jeff Duvall, Brian B, another channel member, says, yo, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you. We got River Rat Catfishing. That's my buddy Rusty. Got a new Sea Arc Dynasty over the week. He's been out with his son trying to break it in, get the hours in so he can open that thing up. So
nice.
Welcome, Rusty. And man, it's fun watching you guys have some fun. Him and Dad both, man. Just good folks. Hey, there's Tyra Williams with Dirty South Dragon Weights and Adeline Rod Racks. Another friend of the family there. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you. Big Rondo 205. Oh man, my chat just dropped clear to the bottom.
Big Rondo, one of my locals. What's going on,
Local guy? Bugman 22. Stonefly, here's one of my locals. Matt, thanks for stopping in, buddy. Appreciate you. Hopefully you've been out getting some fishing in. I'll tell you, he catches a lot of fish from the bank. He doesn't do social media, but I happen to be fortunate enough to be close enough to him. I get the text message pictures and inside information when he's got good info for me. So I appreciate him as well. But I think I might have made it through them all. My chat jumps. If I missed anybody, it was not intentional. And if anybody comes in after the fact, we'll try to say hello on the way in. But I got to be honest with you. I'm ready to get started. I just seen my little brother pop in, Dreadneck Outdoors. What's going on, Tim? And so without further ado, Rich, welcome.
Thank you. I thank you for the guys. I thank you guys for the invite.
Oh, I've actually had you on the list for a while, but you'd done a show with Chris over in Slime Time TV, and so I always try to make sure we got a gap between shows.
Yeah.
You know, we don't ever want to step on anybody's toes, and we want to give the viewers an opportunity to check it out. There's Pontoon Jody. We was just talking about you earlier.
We were just talking about Jody. Yeah,
it was all good. It was all good. There you go. Becca's dropping the website there and the Facebook link. So
appreciate it,
Becca, for the work she does as always. Chad Thomason's in the house as well. Butterflies Sunshine. Michael Creech is joining in.
There we go. The man himself. What's going on, Creech?
There you go. So, Rich, for the folks that don't know who you are and where you're from, if you don't mind, kind of introduce everybody who you are, where you're from, what your family looks like, and just a background on who Rich is. And then we'll dig in.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm Rich Segarra. I am the founder of Operation Vets with Nets. I am a 20-year Navy retired veteran.
Thank you.
100% disabled. It's the Navy's was my life so many years ago. And it's funny as I sit there and I know I put 20 years in, and then I was just telling my wife the other day, I go, in 2 years, I would have been retired just as long as I served in the Navy. I'm like, I said, my gosh, time flies.
Yeah.
You're right.
But my ride or die, my partner in crime, and the one who allows me to do all of this, my wife, Vicky. She's one of my biggest supporters and my biggest critics. If she's watching and she sees me vaping, she's gonna yell at me. and not so much for the vaping, but vaping because I'm doing this.
Yeah.
And she is, like I said, she's my biggest critic. And the one thing that I just adore about my wife is that she always tries to make me a better version of myself. So, like I said, she's my biggest critic, and I thank the good Lord for her.
See, fellas, this is how you give credit to your significant other in a live stream. Take notes. This is how it's done. Take notes.
Rich is a smart man.
Yes.
Smart man.
Yes.
Especially if I know she's watching.
Yes.
So, but I've got two wonderful kids. My daughter Megan, who's given me two beautiful granddaughters. My son, who I was telling you guys that he's in the Navy as well, 11 years now, just brought me our first grandson. And then I have two bonus children from my marriage with Vicky, Kyle and Brandon. They're just, I mean, I don't even like to even call them bonus children. They're my sons.
Yeah.
And one's in college, one works for the government like I do. And just, I mean, family's everything.
Yeah.
I came from the MC world for many years, and that lifestyle cost me a marriage, part of it, and so I've learned that family first.
Yep.
Before, and that's how I look at it. Before Operation Vets with Nets, before anything else, family first. And that's why I'm blessed, because my wife knows I need the time to do what I do, and so Navy, family. I love catfishing, obviously, or I wouldn't be doing this. And to be honest with you, I've got Operation Vets with Nets. Even though we just went through a major growth spurt since, like we were talking about, since June or so.
Yeah.
This organization wouldn't be able to function without the volunteers that we have.
Right.
We've gotten folks all over all over the U.S. now. And as of probably 15 minutes ago, we got somebody in Louisiana now, Creole.
Yeah, baby.
Come on board.
Very excited to be on board. Very excited.
And we're excited to have you on board. And like I said, these guys can tell you who are in chat. I put out to the team, hey, I need somebody in Louisiana. I got a vet, and bingo. So now I'll plug you guys together.
We'll give them the whole experience, boat snacks and all.
What's that?
Oh, yeah. We'll give them the whole experience, boat snacks and everything.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, they know what I'm talking about.
And I just bought a grill, so I can put it on the boat.
There you go.
So, but it really is the Operation Vets with Nets would not be where it's at if it wasn't for our volunteers.
Yep.
You know, everybody tells me, man, Rich, great job, Rich, this, that, and the other thing. Oh, you know what? I'm just a vessel the good Lord used to start this organization, but it's truly our volunteers and the people that help get things rolling and taking folks out on trips. That's really where the thanks really needs to go to. And I tell these guys, hey, if I'm screwing up something, you know, kick me in the hind parts. Oh, we just eat the shad. That's right, Derek. That's all he does is eat the shad. His wife catches a catfish, and we turn around and we see Derek's head in the bait bucket eating the shad. No,
you guys need to take a lesson in boat snacks because you should not have to eat shad.
Yeah, no doubt. But
and
there's key folks, you know, that you know, we got Hayden Tice over there who really was JBN taught me. Yeah, no kidding. And so we've got some key folks in the organization who've really stepped up to do even more than just take folks out. Right. Such as, I mean, our first official branch off of our headquarters would be our Northeast North Carolina chapter, which is ran by Derek and Donna, and they're also our state captain, and then we got Hayden Tice out there in Texas, and we've got everybody all over, and you'll probably hear me saying this through and through again throughout the broadcast here. Those are the folks that really deserve a lot of the credit. So,
all right, so we've got a little bit about your background. How did you come up with the idea, or what inspired you to start this organization?
Okay. Well, I guess it was when I was, I'm saying sometime mid 2020. I was always catfishing out there, and believe it or not, it's in 2019 when I first started catfishing.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah. You know, and so I've had a lot of great mentors. And
what is your home water?
What's that? Lake Gaston. Lake Gaston.
Okay.
And so I was going out fishing by myself and self-teaching on some things, stuff that I learned from other folks, and you know, just trying to different things. And the more I was out all the time, I converted. I can't say, well, I put everything I needed on our own personal tri-tune. You know, I have a 2019 Godfrey Sweetwater. And so I just started fishing from there. And the more and more I fished, the more and more I started learning patterns, learning, what cover to fish, and all that stuff. And I mainly drift. I'm just starting to get into that anchor stuff, and I won't even anchor or run the spot lock, but I'm just starting to learn that. But so I was talking with one of my VA therapists because I battle depression at times. I've got major back issues. And I said, it seems to me like when I'm super stressed out from work, or I'm going through a bout of depression and my back's killing me, whatever it might be, I find that going fishing really relaxes me.
Yeah.
It's what I call real therapy. And so I was doing that just for myself. Then I'd invite friends out because, fishing by yourself is boring. I'd rather sit there. Now, I don't mind going out fishing by myself.
Lord have mercy.
But, I like to enjoy that experience with somebody. You know, so I was inviting some friends out, and I invited a friend of mine out and got him on some good fish. And so his wife called me a few days after, the weekend was over, because I had him out the whole weekend. And she was in tears. And I'm like, what's going on? And she says, you gave me back my husband.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, whoa. What are you talking about? She goes, he suffers some severe PTSD. Mm-hmm. I said, I've known him for 15 years. I never knew that until this weekend.
Wow.
And so she goes, he's relaxed. He's calm. It's like, who's this new guy? And the only thing that changed in what our normal patterns of doing things are is he went fishing with you that weekend.
Wow.
And I'm like, wow, right on. And so that was exciting. And, and I've taken other friends out, and they're telling me the same thing, that, how relaxing it is, how enjoyable it is to get out into God's creation, and catching a fish is just a bonus.
Oh yeah.
True.
And so I was talking to my VA therapist. I said, and it's funny, I was telling her, I said, all these people are telling me these things, that it's helping them either de-stress, relax, whatever. And I said, but I'm finding it just as therapeutic for me, because where they may not know anything about catfishing, like half the time I invite them out catfish, they're showing up with rods and reels and all this other stuff. I said, don't even take that out of your truck. I said, what are you talking about? I said, I'm going to turn you on to fishing you've never tried before.
Yeah.
And so then when I was sharing with my therapist all this different feedback, she says, well, maybe you found a niche to give back to the veteran community, and, keep taking bets out. And that's when it came to me. I said, if I can do this just locally, how about trying to do it, on a grander scale and starting a nonprofit?
Yeah.
And so that's really how Operation Vets with Nets came to be.
What's up, Dominic? Thanks for joining in. That is a fantastic.
That is.
That's a fantastic story, and it just goes to show how little we know about people that have been in the service. Some folks want to share and talk about their experiences. Some folks do not, and that's completely fine. And but it seems like when you're out on the water and you reach that peacefulness, sometimes things start to flow. And it's like you said, sometimes that's true therapy for them in a setting that they feel completely different, as opposed to a professional background or professional setting, as far as receiving therapy and all that. There you go, Carolina Lake Wakes team, Rebecca and Jamie. Thanks for stopping.
That's right. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So you got the ball wrong. How difficult was it to get something like this started, as far as the 501c and just dotting your T's and crossing your I's and all that?
It actually, I won't say it was as difficult as I was expecting, because like when I got incorporated, I did all that paperwork myself. I spent literally weeks online doing a whole bunch of research. But real quick, I want to address, and I'll get back to that, but Want to Be Outdoors had that question about have I done any work with the Fallen Outdoors?
Yeah, that's
I
right.
haven't, but some of them reached out, and I gave them. I said, listen, if you have anything, a vet that needs anything, and feel free to reach out. A good friend of mine, Tyler, runs Catfish for Heroes, and we work together. So if there's a need that I get through and I have nobody in that area, I reach out to him, and he does vice versa. Hey, awesome. Simplify there, Buckeye. Good deal.
Yeah, thank you, Jim.
So where were we? Oh, yeah. So I spent weeks just researching everything online. I'm a project manager by trade. So doing that research and trying to put something together just comes second nature to me. And then my accountant, she hooked me up with somebody who helps nonprofits. And so after I got all my ducks in a row, she said, well, you got to do this, that, and the other thing. I said, I've already done it. And so she goes, do you mind sending it to me? Let me go through it, and then I'll walk you through the process. And I sent her everything. She goes, you don't need any of my help. You literally have dotted all your I's, crossed your T's. You've got it straight on. She goes, I'm going to send you a form for the IRS, and then I'm going to send you a little guide what you need to put in there. And within a few months, we had our 501c3 back.
That's awesome.
Man. Yep.
There we go, man. Check that out. Both Navy vets combined 38
That's right.
years.
38 years. Wow.
That's my buddy. That's my brother, my sister down here in North Carolina.
There you go.
Yep. Matter of fact, Donna, his wife, Derek's wife, was an operations specialist like I was in the Navy.
I got you.
Okay.
It was pretty cool.
So give us a little insight on funding. So we know that, we're taking vets out and we're trying to, make sure they have a good time. The thought process is to get them out and just relax and get some real therapy, as you said, and at no cost to them. We'll go into a little bit of what we've come up with that we can do to try to help out on our end. But where do you guys get most of your funding, and where do you see your need?
Well, the first year and a half of the organization, funding was my pocket and a blessing from somebody who is truly my right-hand man on Lake Gaston, who's really helped a lot.
There you go.
But our funding comes in through donations on our website. People are still just getting to learn who we are.
Yeah.
So,
thank you, Harold.
So we don't bring in as much as we'd like to, because there's a lot of stuff we want to accomplish. And just so anybody who's listening, to the show tonight, I want everybody to understand that not $1, and this is the way I created the organization to be, not $1 goes to anybody, any of our board of directors. Everything is volunteer. Everything is meant to go back to the vets in one way or another. Now, if one of our teammates, wants to take somebody out, I got a trip for him, but it's in between his paydays and it's going to be tough. I'll be like, all right, well, what's your cash out? I'll send them gas money.
Wow.
We know it's a tough economy.
Yeah.
And our volunteers are still coming out of pocket. Everyone's coming out of pocket to do this, but when there is a need, and I put it out there probably at least once every 2 weeks or so, if there is anything you guys need, let me know. Do you need hooks? Do you need weights? Do I don't ever want their heart of serving our nation's veterans to impede their family.
Yep.
So, if it's between taking a vet out on a Saturday or whenever, or doing something with your family, if we can get, especially if you don't spend depending on your work schedule, family's always got to come first. But I also don't want anybody, because I have people saying, man, I want to wrap my boat. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to wrap my truck in Operation Vets with Nets. And the first thing I say, hey, man, I'd love that. That's fantastic. But how's that going to affect money going into your home? Is that going to take away from something from the home? If it is, hey, you know what? great. I appreciate, what you've got on your heart, but you won't be able to do what you want to do if it's tough at home. So like I said, we just recently in June, I want to say it was, Black Rifle Coffee Company invited us out to one of their grand openings here. They made a donation of $2,500. And we have other people making some donations. But do we have anywhere near what we need? Or I won't even say what we need. Good Lord provides all the needs. But what we're trying to accomplish, no. It'll take some time to get there. But
this is a great question here. So looks like you got the question.
Okay, let me see it. Where's the question?
It says, we are vets everything. So for people like me that don't have much time or money, how can I help? So he's wanting to help, but funds aren't the first thing.
Okay. You know what? Michael, how could you help? You could, if you run into vets, share about what we do.
Share the word. That's it.
Share the word. Share our post out on Facebook. Just sharing all that helps tremendously as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So money doesn't always, look at coming from a nonprofit, they only function on donations, coming to say money isn't everything, because it's not. But there's a lot of ways you can still help.
Yep.
And once again, it's spreading the word.
Yeah.
Letting vets know what we do, so we can try to help, especially those that are suffering from PTSD. And I saw somebody mention something about PTSD up here a while ago, and I don't know how far it is up there. But let me see real quick.
Yeah, that was Dominic, I believe. Dominic Hollis had posted about that.
Yeah, Dom, thanks. I'm glad he's here tonight and chatting with us. I'm glad to hear that, he's been tuning in with us. We often see 60 to 70 people like we do right now here in chat with us. Not 60, 70 people are chatting. There are several folks that watch the show weekly and never say a word, because that's how they enjoy it. That's how they get the most out of this. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Not at all.
But
so Mike, does that answer your question?
Yeah. See, Michael's a fellow pro staffer with me for this guy right here, Rivercast Tackle, Mr. John. Lives just south of me in Louisiana. And I know Mr. John, he'll help us out in any way we can, get the word out, get everybody on board and spread the word. Definitely.
And that's truly what it is. There's a lot of things that we want to accomplish in the next few years. One of them is, some of you guys go to Facebook or go to my website, and you'll notice I got requests shortly after we started about taking vets out in wheelchairs. I must have gotten 15 requests. And I'm thinking to myself, there's got to be safety issues with that, with the regular boat and doing some research. You have to be ADA compliant and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I was like talking to a good brother of mine, Matt, and he goes, well, why don't we just try to figure out and end up taking an older pontoon or tri-tune, converting it and making it wheelchair accessible. So that was from September of last year until March 23rd of this year. I mean, I think I only went fishing 4 times because I was working on this wheelchair boat. Yeah. And so now we have a wheelchair accessible boat. But that took a lot of time and resources.
Okay.
And so now we're also getting folks that want to get on the water with us, but it's either too far from anybody. And I'm the type of person where I don't like to say no.
Yeah, I got you.
Because if you're reaching out, there's a reason. Now, of course, you're going to find some people are just looking for a free catfishing trip. But who am I to judge that? You know what? But there are some people out there that just really they need some kind of release, and maybe somebody to talk to, and so there's times we can't get to those vets, and that breaks my heart. So now we're on a big fundraising kick, so we can purchase another boat that's more rigged for catfishing, and if anybody owns a pontoon, especially something that's 26 feet or above, knows, and Pontoon Joey should be able to tell you, try to pull a pontoon boat going down the highway 100, you got to go 120 miles, 130 miles. It's a nightmare.
Yep.
So our next biggest push is to get another boat here locally, so we can bounce back Hampton Roads area here, back down in Gaston, but also if the vets can't come to us, we want to be able to go to the vets.
Yeah.
So if also I don't have time, I've got another trip or something like that, and Derek reaches out and says, hey, because he does his on his pontoon as well. Hey, there's a guy about 3 hours away. He lives by this lake. He can't make it to us, but hey, I'd like to use the other Operation Vets with Nets boat and spend a weekend and go up and take him out on his local lake. So it's easier. Then that's what it's for. And so we're trying to raise funds for that. That's our biggest fundraiser now that we're working on, in various different ways.
Gotcha.
And then hopefully in 10 years, I would like to build or buy a house renovated on Lake Gaston and use that solely when and I've had this happen plenty of times this year. Folks will come out, they'd bring their families, they go fishing, because that's just as important too when they bring their family, because now they're building family memories and building that connection. But they go rent hotels, stay at campgrounds. Well, if I can have a small little vet's house that they can stay at while they're doing it, then you know what? That's just another need we can meet.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know that's a lot.
It is, but that's good to have a goal, and it's good to think big.
Absolutely.
To have something to work towards. Right now the goal is to build this boat or purchase a boat that is capable of traveling, longer distances to get to some of these vets. And so that's good. I will share with everybody here tonight. We got 70 folks right now that we're going to do a fundraising event, a charity for Operations Vets with Nets. All proceeds will go directly to them through their GoFundMe page. And so we won't handle any money. Everything will be going straight to them. Some of you may have seen the thumbnail go up today because it was important for me to have this set up so we could talk about it tonight. And this is what it looks like here. This is our veterans charity catfishing tournament benefiting Operations Vets with Nets. We also got the slogan there, being there for those in need, giving back to those that gave, all through the power of fishing. And again, thanking our veterans. So what this is going to be like, this is going to be one of our standard online, YouTube tournaments with, here's a list of rules and all that stuff. We're going to do this Saturday, November 11th on Veterans Day. This will be an 8 to 4 tournament. And, most of your normal catfish tournament rules apply. We're going to do a 6 rods, bank or boat. Any bait can be used as long as it's legal. All fish, of course, must be caught on camera. And only channel cats, blue cats, flatheads will count towards total weight. And the winner will be the total weight for the day. So I like that rule because, some places here we don't have giant fish to compete with the top 3. But if we can catch enough good fish, we can hang. And there's a lot of places. Yeah, Eastern Standard Time there, Rusty. 8 to 4 Eastern Standard Time. So I went with the total overall weight for the day, 8 hours to catch as many fish as you can and just have a ball. And all the while, we're gonna be raising money here to help our operations Vets with Nets and do whatever we can. Every dollar counts. And so it's kind of like the topic we talked about earlier. Like, well, I'm in a position where I really can't afford to donate any money right now. Share it out. Just spread the word and share it out, and get as much participation. You might not be in a position to. Thank you, buddy. You might not be in a position to.
You might have your first entry right there, Roger.
There you go.
Hey, real quick, Jamie and Rebecca, Carolina Lightweight says, we will love. I guess they're saying they'd love to give away some stuff towards this. Am I reading that right, Jamie and Rebecca? I don't want to put you on the spot.
Yeah, we're going to definitely be looking for prizes, not only for the winner of the tournament, but also, we'd love to do some chat stuff giveaway. People are hanging out, supporting our veterans and having a good time in chat. So, we're going to be looking for donations for the winner and for chat. And like I said, this is all going to be, it's all going to go straight to them. Like I said, we've got the GoFundMe page actually already tied in the link for the tournament. You could actually go there and donate now if you wanted to. It's going to be up until the tournament starts, which is in 45 days. But yeah, we're going to be we're actually talking to Jeremy. We may have a sweet prize for the winner already. I gotta talk to the guy. I gotta talk to the guy and see what kind of deal we can make. Yeah, we're not going to divulge that information yet because we want to make sure we got it locked in. Yeah. But I'm going to be reaching out. It's actually not my comfort zone to reach out and ask for things. But for this, I'm going to basically reach out to everybody I know, all the connections I have in the community that I think may be interested and help support this cause. To do one thing or another, we may end up doing a raffle. Somebody may donate something to raffle off, and anything that we could do here to help raise money for the Operations Vets with Nets is going to be the main objective between now and then, and of course through that day as well. Right now, it's set up as a one-day event. Of course, you guys know through the format that we run here, that only gives you 8 entries. If we have an overwhelming interest over 8, I will probably extend it to a second day. That's a lot of time and a lot of work, but this is worth it, and I'll dedicate whatever I have to get it done. I'm ready to have a skipjack roundup tournament. There you go. Actually, I think somebody's talked about that. So just putting that out there now. We have this set up and in the works. It's out there. It's already scheduled. It's ready to go. We're looking for our competitors. So this tournament will be a veteran has to be on the boat. So, we're not saying that has to be disabled, not saying that they have, but just a veteran must be on the boat or bank. If you choose to do the bank side, that's completely fine. But this is, just a kind of like Rich's thought process there. Get the veterans out, show them a good time. And this is going to be an opportunity to everyone to take a veteran out and have a good time, raise money, have some fun. And hopefully we can put together some cool prizes for the folks that are deciding to participate.
Yeah, I know Mr. John, River Cast Tackle, he's offering too. He wants to help as well. So I think we can line up some. Giveaway stuff. I'll talk to Mr. John, see what we have in mind.
There you go.
That's all. And that just touches my heart when people are like, all right, what can we do? What can we contribute to help this be successful?
Yeah,
right.
And that's a blessing, and that shows you that we still have some patriotism in this country, and we have people after God's own heart willing to do this, and I thank everybody. And I've had people donate like $10 on our website, and then shoot me up and say, "Rich, I wish I could do more." It's a tough. I said, listen, bottom line is that, you know what, I don't look at, when individuals are donating, you know what, if it's $10 all you can afford, then you know what, thank you for sharing that $10.
Oh yeah.
And believe me, a vet will benefit from that.
Yeah.
That $10 could save a vet's life.
Yeah. That $10 may be somebody's fishing license, that they never would have bought to go fishing.
That's right.
For this,
and I had one guy reach out to me and was suicidal.
Oh wow.
And we got him out on the water. And that was 9 months ago. And let's put it this way. He didn't bite no bullet. So is it what he experienced on the trip? Could I honestly say that contributed and stopped him from committing suicide? I can't say that.
Right.
But could it have had a play to where he was able to, with that captain he went out with, and I won't mention names or anything,
right?
But, was able to share some things on his heart, maybe sharing something that he felt he was the only one who went through this, and that one guy that he went out with was a vet as well, and so maybe that camaraderie together and knowing that, you know what, I'm not the only one going through this, and that might have been just a thing. So where somebody donates $10, which can go towards a license, which can go towards gas, could go for, purchasing a pack of drift weights from Carolina Lake Weights, hey, whatever.
Plug.
It helps. It helps. You
never know each individual situation.
Yeah, that's right.
A $5 bill to some folks is absolutely nothing, drop in the bucket. And to some folks in their situation, that might make a difference on, what they do this week, or if they pay one of their bills on time. And so, you got to treat every dollar as equally as important as the next, because you just never know just what somebody might have to go through to make that happen. And so I never
want anyone who wants to donate think when they see, like on GoFundMe, somebody dropped $200 and they think, my $10 is not really going to do much. I don't want anybody to ever think every dollar counts. And so that's what's bad. And it's funny is I don't know how many tournament fishermen we have on the call here or on the show now, but there will be more to follow. And this isn't set up just for tournament fishermen, but we set it up to where your everyday Joe Schmo guy who loves to get out there and fish decides, hey, maybe this will be my first tournament. But November 9th of next year, it hasn't been officially announced yet. It has to the team, but I've got to do some admin stuff with the state first to secure the boat ramp. But we are going to be having a Hooked on Heroes catfish tournament on Kerr Reservoir.
Yep.
And with a payout of $11,000.
Wow.
And we're hoping to have 150, 200 boats.
Woo.
So we're hoping. We're taking sponsors on. So if you're in a business out here and you're listening on tonight's show and you want to know how you can help, we have a couple of, and it's on our website, operationvetswithnets.org. You can go to and you can see the sponsorship levels.
Right.
And all the rules and regs are. Thank you, Becca, for sharing that again. All the rules and regulations are on the site. And one key thing is every boat has to have a vet on it.
There
So
you
not
go.
only is this a tournament to raise funds to accomplish what we need to accomplish, but again, it's going back to the vet. So everybody, and if you're traveling, saying Creole comes from Louisiana, he's like, hey, I want to get in on that spot. That's $11,000. Which is big for a catfish tournament.
Oh yeah.
And so if he's like, ooh, man, but all right, I got to get over there. So it'll take a day to get over there. I want to pre-fish and at least scope out the area beforehand. So it might be, Creole may be there for 4 days and may not be able to bring a vet with him. Well, if we know far enough in advance who needs vets, we're going to have a whole pool of folks that we can bring in and get vets on the boat. So the actual payout is $10,000 between first and fifth place, and then Matt over at Mad Cats said, "I want to donate $1,000 to go towards vet's biggest fish."
Nice.
So that's where we got the $11,000 from.
There you go.
But folks, we do need financial sponsors. So if you want to know more about how you get involved with that, and they can just reach out to us.
Is this a regional tournament? Which one are you talking about, Rusty? My tournament on YouTube, you could be anywhere in the country, as long as you got a cell phone signal and you could be live. Seen somebody ask about how many people could be on the boat. There's no limit on boat. There's only limit on rods. So it doesn't matter how many people's on the boat. It's only a 6-rod limit.
Bring all the vets you want.
Yeah, you can take as many people as you like. The more, the merrier. Obviously, within safety reason. But if you're talking about the Rich's tournament, then it's local to his area.
Yeah.
But I'm expecting people from all over the country with a payout like that. So hopefully we will have that.
Yeah, that's definitely going to get some attention. Those are the types of events that we need to help continue to grow the community and grow the sport and grow the awareness of what happens in the catfish community, what happens to our species. Rusty actually made a huge comment earlier about, people worry about the conservation of catfish, but there also is a level of concern, a level of bait fish. It's a direct correlation to the survival of the species if we continue to decimate the bait supply. And so, biologists will tell you that numbers of, even skipjack, dip down as the population or the popularity of catfish continues to grow. People want to stock up. Now, many places have put restrictions on limits as far as how many, per person. But that's why they saw a problem, and they saw the trend. If it continued, it was going to be a huge problem. And so they try to get ahead of the problem. So, Sean's been asking if River Cats Tackle does gift cards.
I'm almost positive Mr. John does. Sean T, I will text you about that personally when I find out. But I'm almost positive that's a yes.
All right, Rusty. Yeah, for my tournament, you could be anywhere in the country. You could be anywhere in the world, really. We get viewers from other countries in here at times, and if they were in a position that they could catch a flathead blue or channel wherever they're from, then they would be in the money. I'm not going to open up the Wales catfish though, because I just don't want.
I was going to say, you open up the Wales catfish, that's it. One of those baby catfish will beat any blue.
I know, right?
Yeah. So, Rusty knows how to do the whole YouTube thing, and I know him and his dad and Paul Bird or anybody. He could put a 3-man team together pretty quick. He could put the kids on the boat and just go out and have a ball. Rusty's a Marine himself. So, but yeah, just let me know sooner than later, because like I said, once these spots fill up, I'll have to go into determination on whether I want to add a second day. If I've got enough interest to do a second day, if I get over 8 entries, and we need to do a second day, then I'm going to do a second day. Ain't it? If we raise $1 on the second day, is worth it. So,
All right. Kerr, somebody just asked a question. I'm going to answer it in chat here. Kerr and Clark's Hill, PA.
Yeah, he's asking about the location of the tournament.
Yep.
He just added it in. Kerr Lake in Clarksville, Virginia.
Yeah, baby. Hey, almost a record.
I wanted to do it on Lake Gaston, but because that's my home lake. Mm-hmm. But unfortunately, there isn't a ramp because I know like the what's the Ice Bowl is held there, and last year were 263 boats, and the payout was nowhere near what our payout's going to be. So we're hoping to attract that many boats. But what's nice about Okanichi State Park there, their ramp is so wide you could probably launch 4 or 5 boats in one shot. Gotcha. And so if we're expecting even 100 boats, there aren't many ramps on Lake Gaston where you can get park 100 boats and then get everything weighed in and released safely and all that stuff, because that's key. Is the health of the catfish.
It makes a huge difference when you're dealing with fishermen who are used to backing in trailers and boats and navigating. We was at the Sea Arc Invitational this year at Ingalls Harbor down Decatur, Alabama, and that ramp is wide like that too. You could probably launch 5 or 6 boats. Honestly, it's pretty wide, and no issues. I think there was I can't remember if they said it was 170 or 190 or something like that. Maybe over 200 boats, and no issues. Everybody in, everybody out, and it makes a huge difference when everybody's on board, on the same page, and it's I guess organization as far as lining up, getting them in, and where to go once they launch their boat, where to park empties, and that process. If you got enough volunteers to make that smooth, you're gold. If you don't,
that's another thing. We're going to need volunteers. So if anybody, lives up in that area and wants to volunteer, we're definitely going to need it. We're starting the planning processes now, and I thank the good Lord I got Derek and Donna that run Patriot Catfishing Series, and so they're familiar with all that whole process.
Yeah.
So they're going to be instrumental in helping organize this stuff, and if people want to volunteer and come on out, that's great. We're gonna. With all the vendors that are going to donate, all the catfish companies donating stuff. So we're going to have 50-50s. We're going to have raffles, the payout up to 5 places. Then you're going to have Operation Vegetable Net swag. It's going to be a great event. I'm hoping it is. And
I got to get one of those hats, Rich.
Well, these hats were ordered.
Yeah.
These hats were ordered. I placed the order yesterday because I'm ordering two different hats. Mm-hmm. One set of hats like these I'll sell on the website. Once they come in next week and a half, I'll have them up on the website. Then there's another one I've got to sit with Rebecca, Carolina Lake Weights. She's going to do a hat for us. That what I'm going to do is I'm going to purchase them, and every vet that takes a trip, once their trip is complete, and I see it in our online database that's complete, and I have their address, I'll give them a call. Oh, I don't even have to give them a call. I'm just going to mail them a hat, an Operation Vegetable Net.
That'd be cool.
But we're going to have, obviously you see our jersey. That Roger's wearing there, Muskrat's wearing. That's got a lot of our sponsors on it. We're coming out with a jersey that is just Operation Vegetable Nets, because we do have a lot of folks on our team that have different sponsors.
Yeah. And
some of them didn't buy because if they're out there, wearing our shirt and it's got some of their sponsors, their sponsors may not like that, and I don't want to put them in that position. Right. So we're going to come out with new jerseys as well. But I've got hoodies coming out that I'm probably going to start regular winter hoodies where it's going to have the disc like this. and then the big logo on the back. And God bless whoever just said it, that their father-in-law was a
That's Sean T.
My boy Sean T.
Right on, and I thank you for his service as well, and everybody else who served our great country, on this call. And we're also, and I don't have it, but I've got one of those winter beanies, and with the logo on there. I'm gonna come out with those. So we don't make a whole lot on this stuff, but I want to get that swag out. People,
they start asking questions just like today. I was walking through Walmart and somebody mentioned it, and he actually wrote it down because it was his uncle, I believe, that he said he wanted to check it out because he loves to fish and he's a veteran. And just having the swag on and being out, it gets noticed, and people start seeing it pop up here and there, and then it gets conversation like, hey, what is this Operations Vets with Nets I keep seeing? And people understand that it's, like you said earlier, it's a real deal. This is an organization that's set up properly, that's running and is out to help veterans. And I might go broke, but I'm going to try to get all that swag.
I hear you. And
kill me, Harold.
One of our teammates, Shane, he lives up by Kurt. He ordered 5 jerseys, and you know how much those jerseys were. He ordered 5 of them, where when I sent the order in, the LB reached back. He said, hey, I want to verify that this is correct. I said, yeah. He said, man, he's on the water so much. You know what? You get slime over it, or you throw it in the wash, you got another one. And I even ordered a couple more for myself. But, we have stickers, vinyl decals, the big 6-inch ones that we sell on our website. And then people are buying, the 5-pack of these. They're inexpensive, but you know what? It's getting your brand out there.
Yeah.
And so, and that's it, man. The more people get to know about what we do, the more vets. Bottom line is, the more vets that we can help out there, the better. If we get 3-4 people in every state that you can catfish in, forming up a team and working together within that state, then you know what? That's just more veterans we can touch.
Yep, absolutely.
And matter of fact, Pontoon Jody, when you coming on board?
She's talking about her boat right here. She says, my boat limits me right now. She's no trolling motor or sonar. I don't know what's going on with Pontoon Jody. I'll be honest with you. I've been busy and tied up, and I've been kind of out of the ream of things for a while because I'm just trying to get everything on Roger's World taken care of.
Yep.
And I've been out of touch with the community some here lately, but hope everything's okay, Jody.
I can probably send somebody out there on the boat, and we can stick his head underwater, and they can look for some fish. But
she should pretty much have all these spots.
That's right.
Yeah, her boat. She should be able to put her hands up, and the boat just go ahead and go right there. She's got these spots dialed in, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. We've got some great female anglers out there.
Oh yeah.
You got Pontoon Jody. You got Donna from Donna and Derek. She got on her PB a couple weeks ago, and and that's another thing that people won't realize is that, this is not just a men's sport.
Good night, Rusty.
We got some ladies out there that are killing it.
Absolutely.
We got kids out there killing it.
I
run this Action Jackson, man.
Yeah.
That boy is killing it.
Yeah, so we run these kids tournaments, and most of the time, these kids catch more fish and have more fun than most of the adult tournaments.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's, if you don't have a good time watching these kids fish, then there's something wrong with you.
That's exactly my granddaughter. She's 6, and I get her 4th of July weekend every year. And so I'll take her out. Fish ain't biting that time of year to catfish because they're in the middle of the spawn. So I'll take her out and catch bait. I'll let her catch some bluegill or something like that. And she's like, she calls me Grandpa Motorcycle because she remembers the days, not too far in the distance that I ran in that lifestyle. And so she goes, Grandpa Motorcycle, when are we going out catfishing? So I said, this winter, we will go out catfishing. And Mom was like, I don't want my daughter out there in the freezing cold. I said, well, you don't have to worry about it because mid-October, my enclosure gets put on the wheelchair boat, which is what I use. So I said, she'll be perfectly warm. And so my granddaughter, she just wants to get out there and learn how to catch some catfish. And I'm going to try to get her out there to do it.
Danny Stone, that's probably the best feeling in the world for me right there, knowing that these tournaments that I do can make an impact like that. And we had a ball having your grandkids on the tournament last. By the way, speaking of the kids tournament, we do have the Halloween bash coming up.
Mm-hmm. So
be on the lookout for that. Sign-ups will be starting soon. We are, as always, doing the kids' Catfishing for Kids Halloween edition. So the details, times, date, and regulations are coming up for that. So be on the lookout. I'm going to have a busy few weeks here with the kids tournaments and the veterans tournaments, but these are the things I'm passionate about. So it's easy. So, well, Rich, we kept you for, actually, we just went over an hour, but you got anything else you want to add or anything you want to share with everybody here before we wrap it up tonight?
Not really. I mean, if anybody has any questions or if anybody wants to know how they can get involved with us, if you want to get involved with Operation Vets with Nets, you can reach out to me. Yes, right now we have more volunteers than we got veterans. But you know what? The more people hear about us, the more veterans hear about us, then it's going to be a time we're going to have to start prioritizing because everybody's going to have, especially now, catfishing season. We're starting to get into that time of year again, and again, I want to thank all our teammates.
What's up, Eddie?
I want to thank our sponsors. You know, we've got Mad Cats, you've got Carolina Lake Weights, you know, Multi Bar. You know, we've got so many folks that have helped us along the way, and we're thankful for that. And you know, and one thing I stress is, and I guess, you know, one of our sponsors on here now, and they can attest to this, but for you guys that are looking to get sponsored, just remember sponsorship is always, it's two-way.
Yep.
You know,
absolutely.
Your folks will take care of you. But then, you know, you got to take care of your sponsors as well.
Yep.
And if it's just sharing out their posts, do it.
Yep.
There's folks out there that I don't, they don't sponsor us. If they want to, they can reach out to me. That's great. But, you know, they're a good company. They got good quality products. I'm sharing their stuff out anyway.
Yep.
You know, but again, you know, I want to thank everybody who came on to listen to me run my lips for you know, a good 50 minutes out of the hour. And anybody who plans on making a donation and getting on our website, you know, I'm going to thank you in advance. Thank you. And if anybody's interested in being, we haven't talked much about this, but wanting to be a monthly donor, reach out to me, because then I can process everything through my system live, and I'll be whatever you want to donate monthly. If it's $10, you know, if you want to donate $100, we'll take anything, you know, and know that everything you guys donate goes right back to our vets.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. You think about how much you spend on Pandora or HBO Max so you can watch your favorite shows and know that if you can commit to a small monthly donation to help possibly save a veteran's life, in the scheme of things, in the big picture, it's really not. Yeah. It's really not much.
But if you can't, that's okay. Just share out our posts.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get the word out.
Get the word out.
Yep, get the word out. You may not, like we said, or you may not be in a situation, but you may share this out to somebody who could make a huge difference. There are people out there that are blessed and have opportunities to do more than any of us can imagine. And putting this in front of them may make a huge difference. So share it out, and do that's the best you can do.
And get on to that live tournament. If you're not if you're not fishing it, get on there, man, and still enjoy it.
Yeah.
I'm going to be jumping on throughout the time that it's going on because I've got some family things we're doing.
Yep.
But I'll be pulling it up on my phone and seeing what we're doing.
Yeah, we'll have more details. We'll probably dedicate a Tuesday night to that event to talk about get interest on it, find out if we got some interest for sponsors and folks wanting to help out with some giveaways. So we'll do a whole show here soon dedicated to that. But Rich, thanks again for tuning in with us. Yep. Jeremy, you got anything else for us tonight?
No, I'm pretty good. Like I said, I got a guy I got to talk to local to see what we can do about some prizes for this upcoming veterans tournament. Thank you,
Alfred. Yeah.
Alfred's a great guy. He's down in the Lake Gaston area, and we're going to be getting him on the water as well. That's my personal goal. Our schedules were conflicting for a bit, but hopefully that'll open up soon for him. But and remember, Creole man, reach out to me, get my contact information. So I can get you added in, send you some stuff, and get you on the team. And brother. I already got somebody for you to take out.
Hey, I love it.
Wait till they find out it's Jeremy. They'll be banging down your door, be like, "What? I'm ready to go."
They're gonna be nope, never mind. Nope, never mind. I don't want to go fishing that bad. Never mind.
Yeah, I know. I heard of that guy. So hey. Thanks again, guys, for another great Tuesday night. Everybody hanging out here and chat with us, all the positivity shared. Becca, thank you so much for sharing so many, not only links and information, just all your help that you do for us here on Muskrat Adventures. And I know Rich appreciates your help with what you've been able to do and work on over there as well. So big thanks to Becca for everything.
She doesn't realize how much, because she does all those great jobs with the thumbnails. She doesn't realize she signed up for more than she can chew because I'm going to be throwing some stuff her way.
She does a great job with the thumbnails, I'll tell you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll tell you. Some people may have noticed our thumbnails quality went way up. It wasn't me.
It wasn't me either.
Yeah.
I might have her design our tournament banner.
There you go. That was not a bad idea at all.
Nice.
We did give her some credit there. So thank you, Becca.
Yep.
And again, thanks everybody for tuning in this Tuesday night. We'll be back next Tuesday night, same cat time, same cat channel. Catch you on the next cast.
Bon pêcher, everybody.